All right. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. You're with Kimberly Ward and Julia Bybee. Julia, where you at, girl?
From right here, from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Listen, we have a couple people with us who actually have never heard of attraction marketing. So how excited are you?
Nice. This will be really good then.
All right, ladies, I am so excited. Thank you so much for joining. Julia worked hard as I sat back and drank coffee making this PowerPoint presentation for you. That's why her name is first. We're going in alphabetical order, right, Julia?
Yeah, you weren't drinking coffee. You were drinking wine.
Maybe it was wine. I don't remember. All right, but you guys can see my screen, so I will show you if, I don't know what you guys can see on your own, but there, if you hover over the top area here, you're still going to be able to access the chat just by clicking more and then going down to the chat. Julia, so just so you know, if anyone is typing into the chat and there's something that needs attention, this more button is going to highlight a nice orange so that we know someone's typed something into the chat and it does require our attention, okay?
Okay.
Let's kick it off. Let me get rid of this for you guys. Okay, so here's what you're going to learn tonight, guys. Julia and myself, we are both business partners in two different businesses, and we are both network marketing success coaches. So please know that you're in great hands tonight, and we really do have your best interest at heart. So you're going to learn maybe why you're not seeing results in your MLM. We are going to go over 2 different ways to build your business. And a lot of companies, Julia, I don't think it's most, I think it's almost every one of them, they don't teach number 2. They don't teach you the second thing that we're going to teach you here tonight. So you guys are in for a treat. We're going to go over what attraction marketing really is. And I love what Julia says about attraction marketing. There's kind of a synonym for it, and I can't think of it right now, but I'll get back to you. Different ways to implement attraction marketing and how to brand yourself. And then at the end, we're going to be going over some questions and answers for you guys. So don't hold back on us. I forget how to make this move forward. All right. So we've got here 2 ways to grow your business, all right? And I want you guys to understand that, first of all, prospecting is number 1, because this should absolutely be 90% of your workday, okay? I've paid some serious money for some high-profile coaches to teach us this. Prospecting, whatever you're able to put into your business on a daily whatever, prospecting should be 90% of what you're doing. So prospecting basically means you're connecting with people. This is also known as your cold market. You're prospecting with people either on social media, face-to-face. Some people, you'll bump into people at the post office, maybe mailing samples, or at the grocery store, maybe doing home parties. This is going to give you quicker results than marketing as a whole. So prospecting is really just kind of reaching out to someone, introducing yourself, and letting them know what it is that you do. Marketing, on the other hand, it's a long-term strategy. This is going to be done by putting out valuable content, guys. Just please remember that, valuable content. Most MLM companies, they don't teach this. They don't teach attraction marketing. And so all of us have been using what's called repelling marketing. We're actually repelling our audience, friends, and family away. I'm sure you guys have had your engagement go down. Maybe some people have unfriended you. Julia, have you ever had that happen to you?
No, never.
You're a liar.
I used to have it happen all the time.
I used to watch my friend list go down, and I'm like, what am I doing wrong? I was really being spammy, and I was being that repelling person. So guys, if you are one of those people who simply are not getting results, okay, you're probably one of those people who are repelling. So what repels people? And it's spammy. If anyone hears that word spammy, this is exactly what it is, but you usually don't know that you're that spammy person until it's pointed out. So if you're looking at your profile, right, if you're on, let's say, Facebook is the #1 social media platform, truly. It really is. That's where most of the people spend their time. So if you can look through there and see a picture of your products, if your link is all over town, plus you're just messaging people with your link, a lot of this happens towards either the end of the month when people are begging people to basically help them reach their goal, please, please keep in mind, it's not about you. That is complete desperation. That screams desperation. And when people sense that you're desperate, they're certainly not going to buy from you, and they're never going to join you. All right. So if you guys feel like you're putting a dollar sign over someone else's head, they're certainly going to feel that dollar sign too. And that is absolutely, without a doubt, repelling them. Okay. So attraction marketing. Let's go through this for a second. The definition of attraction marketing is attracting customers. Think of it like moths to a flame. All right. You're getting prospects all coming to you, wanting what you have simply by adding value. You're providing solutions to your target market that addresses their biggest challenges and concerns. All right. Ray Higdon, who we're a huge fan of, he calls this education marketing, or teach. Julia, does teach actually stand for something together?
No, you just want to be teaching. The ILT method, invest, learn, teach. As long as you're teaching, then you are adding value.
I love that ILT, because you need to invest in yourself. You need to invest in your products. You need to invest in your company, and you have to learn. Be a student of the game. You absolutely have to learn what it is, and then you have to teach that. So here, the first bullet says you need to be providing solutions to your target audience's problems. So if you're in skincare, don't go try to sell your product to every single woman just because she's a lady on Facebook. You know, if someone's posting that they've got dry skin or they've got acne and they're looking for help or resources, instead of pitching them with your product, you might need to kind of go over, you know, their weather conditions, educate them, make them feel like, you know, Julia, can you check that chat?
That was me. I was just writing down ILT.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay. Lead with value, guys, instead of what you have for sale. I 100% used to be that person that as soon as my company had a sale or a promotion going on, I was throwing it out faster than I could say hello to people. And when people, you know, they come within 2 feet of me, they feel like they're being sold. So the next time I approach them to say, hey, how's your day? Hey, how's your kids? They want absolutely nothing to do with me because they feel like there's just a dollar sign over their head. So marketing absolutely takes time, okay? It really does, in order to do it correctly. And once you start doing this and using attraction marketing methods, there's gonna be a point where you're gonna wanna pull back. Don't do it. Don't do it. You have to work through it. It's going to create long-term leverage, but you just have to get through the the rough, rocky points at the beginning. It's just going to feel uncomfortable. Sometimes you need to get uncomfortable. All right. So Miss Julia laid out some things for us, what corporate America is doing to actually, you know, use attraction marketing. And believe it or not, they've been doing it for decades. So I know that you guys, the classes at Home Depot, you know, Julia used, for instance, a how to lay tile class. All right. But, you know, let me tell you what, it's not just my area, but every Saturday morning, Home Depot does this thing for like tots, ages 4 and up, where you can come and learn, and they put aprons on the kids and give them buttons and stuff like that. Listen, do you think that Home Depot is attracting you by bringing your kids in and giving your kids something to do? 1,000,000%. Whole Foods will bring you in to do a clean eating class. Guess what? They're going to use their recipes, their ingredients, you know, all that good stuff. And you're going to want to make it like they're making it. So you're going to go shopping after you probably take that clean eating class. Wine tastings at your local winery. These are just examples of attraction marketing that work. So there's no difference here with this stuff and you guys, other than you're doing it on social media and not, you know, in person. So Julia, I think this is where you're going to take over, my girl.
All right. So we're going to dive in about examples on leading with value. So instead of talking about the latest, greatest weight loss shake and why they should buy your shake, talk about tips that will help somebody lose the weight. That's going to attract the perfect person that may be interested in your weight loss shake by giving them value. So some examples that I listed here are top 3 foods that will burn the belly fat. 3 best exercises for a flatter tummy, easy, healthy crock pot meals, tips to preventing snacking, ways to stay on track during the holidays. These are all examples of adding value. Same thing with anti-aging serums. Instead of talking about why they should, the latest and greatest and why they should be buying it, start leading with value and give 3 ways to reduce puffy eyes, importance of exfoliating your skin, 3 tips to combat dry skin during the winter, reasons you should be using a face mask. Now, you can do these things while using your products without having to necessarily be in somebody's face that you're promoting your product. Now,
can I butt in for a second? Because
yeah.
I was at GoPro 2016 this past year, and there was a woman who was with a skincare or makeup company, and she went on Facebook and did a complete makeover without ever once showing her products. Maybe she showed the bottle, but never the name of her product, never the name of her company. And then what she did was she had her husband with this cute, like twangy Texas, I don't know what you want to call it, but he kind of did the voiceover. And so she went through her whole makeup and makeover regimen, and just heard the husband basically commentating. Never once did she name her products or her company. And that video was actually picked up by Ellen DeGeneres because they thought it was hysterical. And it was shared over 2,500 times because Ellen saw it. And this girl will never need or want for a lead because she was doing exactly what you just said.
Keep it on this screen, please. Now, with that, I also just recently saw a Facebook video of a woman who was standing behind her husband and applying, I believe it was lip sense, and was putting the lip sense on. She could not see her husband's mouth, but she was putting it on him, and he was talking and explaining how you're supposed to apply this product without saying the product name. And it was just so comical because it didn't really end up on his lips, but it was entertaining and, piqued a little bit of curiosity. And I mean, she had many, many views on it. So sometimes you just have to get a little bit creative. And I'm going to give you some more examples too. So I know we have some people with Tupperware. Now you can be doing things like, before and after pictures of your kitchen cabinets and how organized they look with using your Tupperware. You can talk about how long foods last in Tupperware containers versus Ziploc bags. Now I know we have a lot of makeup people in here, so I'm going to give you a couple examples of leading with value with makeup. You can talk about how to clean your makeup brushes, how often to be cleaning your makeup brushes, ways to make your eyes look bigger, and you can demo this with using your products. Talk about which shades to use for certain eye colors. You can even make your own homemade sugar scrub and talk about how important it is to exfoliate your lips, especially if you're going to be using a matte lipstick. So those are all ways of leading with value without having to spam your product. All right, you can go to the next screen then. Once you begin to lead with value, people are going to see you as the authority. You're going to become the expert in your niche. So if you're promoting weight loss products and somebody thinks, you know what, I really need to lose weight, and you're out there, you're providing valuable tips on how to burn belly fat, you're giving good recipes, you're giving exercise tips and being motivated, they're going to think of you. And they're going to think of you because you know what you're talking about. You're out there providing valuable content. You're not making it seem like you're desperate for a sale. You're going to come across genuine, and that they feel like they could come to you, and you're going to give your honest opinion and help them with the solution that they need. Same thing with skincare. So if you're in the skincare, if you start providing value and talking about all the reasons behind needing skincare products and how to take care of your skin, you're going to become that expert and that guru. And that's what people are going to start to think of. Well, I'm going to go and buy from Kim because she's always talking about this and she really knows her stuff. Isn't that what you want to do, is buy from people that know what they're talking about and that they're an expert at, right? So nobody goes to social media to be sold to, but people love to buy. Remember that. Nobody likes to be sold to, but people love to buy.
I think you could sell ice to an Eskimo, and I'll tell you why. Every time I see Julia Bybee doing a Facebook Live, I have to hop on. I always hop on. And girl, I'll tell you right now, you're always doing different things. And I'm like, oh, I want that. So I'll message her afterwards. I'm like, all right, how can I get that? And she's like, girl, I don't sell that. You can get that on Amazon. I'm like, what the hell is it that you actually sell? Because you're just so ninja spy stuff that I'm like, okay, maybe she sells that. So when you're looking at Julia, you'll never, ever know what it is that she sells. So I'm trying to buy stuff off of her that Amazon sells.
All right, so you guys getting some value from this? If you could just drop into the comments, yes, that you're getting some value so we know. And by the way, I want to thank you guys for taking time out of your night to spend it with us. And you should be really proud of yourself for taking some action and learning some new things for your business. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, good. Everybody's getting some value. That's awesome. All right, so next slide. Branding. So this is really, really huge, you guys. And so many people struggle with this. And I struggled with this for the longest freaking time. No joke. You need to brand yourself and not the company. And most people have this reversed. And I had this reversed for the longest time. You are not your company. Your company does not need branded. And let's just say, for example, sometimes, unfortunately, reality is a lot of companies do shut down. Or we leave companies. I mean, I'm sure many of you on here right now have been with other network marketing companies before the one that you're with right now. And what happens if you are heavily branded to that company and they shut down or you leave? That transition is so difficult to adjust your audience, to adjust your brand, because you've been branded as that company for so long. And it does nothing for you whatsoever. So you need to be branding yourself. And if I can go to your profile and within 30 seconds know immediately what company you're with, you're doing it wrong. I'm going to say that again. If I can go to your profile and in 30 seconds know immediately what company you're with, you're doing it wrong. And the reason we say that is if you guys send me a friend request, the first thing I'm going to do before I accept the friend request is go through your profile, just like every other person does. And if you have, a bunch of posts and links and all about your company and you're trying to sell something, I'm going to look at your profile and I'm probably not going to accept your friend request because I know you're going to try and sell me something and I don't want to be sold to. I'm sure you guys do that when people are friend requesting you, and that when you do that, you're repelling people. And I know so many of you, and believe me, I've been there too, that your company may be new and you're just excited and you want everybody to know what company you're with because you love it so much and you're so excited about it, but you need to refrain from that. You need to learn to brand yourself and leave your company name out of it. So what I want you to think about is if I have 30 people on my friends list in your same company, what is going to make you stand out? Why should I buy from you versus the other 30 people on my friends list that are trying to sell me the same thing? What's going to make you stand out? You need to become the expert and you need to learn seek to serve and not to sell. So you need to be adding value and become the expert and the authority. When you do this, you're going to create less resistance and create more curiosity. So when I tell you leave your company name out, it's going to create more curiosity. I can't tell you, it kills people that they cannot figure out what company I'm with. No joke, I have people message me because they see things that I'm sharing and posting, and they'll message me, what company are you with? Were you asking because you're interested in an opportunity, or are you asking because you just want to know what company I'm with? And usually it allows you to build a relationship with that person. It forces people to have to ask you about your product it forces people to have to ask you about your company, where you can take that off of your profile and into Messenger and begin to build a relationship with them. And the thing is, if you are putting your company name out there and you are blasting it, you know, post after post, and it is, you know, your cover photo, if I'm interested in your opportunity and I know exactly what company you're in, or I know what product you're trying to sell me, I'm going to go to Google, I'm going to type in your company name, and I'm more than likely going to find something bad about it, which is going to kill the opportunity that you had that could have taken this offline with me to build that relationship with me and tell me why you love it so much, because I've gone to Google and found out this information and found something bad about it. Or I found somebody who's smarter in their marketing, who has whose profile I clicked on or whose blog I clicked on, that is sharing all this valuable information, and then has a call to action at the end to reach out to them for more information and joining their team. Does that make sense? That's what happens. I mean, it's inevitable that we all Google things. I'm sure you guys have done it before you joined your company. But when you are able to take that offline into a Messenger and they ask you about your opportunity, then you can start building that relationship and then, you know, take it from there versus them going to Google. People buy from people they know, like, and trust. This is why it's so important to take that relationship and build it off your profile and into Messenger. Next slide. So after this webinar, I want you guys to go to your profile and ask yourself these questions. Can people tell what company I'm with within 30 seconds of being on my profile? It'd be nice if I knew how to spell profile. Do I provide daily content that serves the type of people I'm trying to attract? You have to know your target market too, you guys. So is your daily content, what's that? Oh, sorry, I heard something. Are you providing daily content that's going to serve the type of people you're trying to attract, okay? And then number 3, would I want to follow myself? That's a big one. Would you want to follow yourself? If you are spammy, if you are negative, if you are talking politics or anything controversial, you're killing your business. You are cutting your customers, your audience in half. So keep that stuff offline. Your best friends or the reason you can, you know, talk about negative stuff or political stuff or whatever, but keep that stuff offline, and you know, make sure it's that you would actually really want to follow yourself, that you would want, you know, people to come to your profile and know that you are willing to help them and you have a solution to their problem, and that you are inspiring and empowering. That's what you want your profile to be like. So ask yourself those questions. Take a screenshot of this, whatever you have to do, but ask yourself those questions. And if any of the answers are no, then we need to tweak some things. Kim and I have done it wrong for a very long time. We are what we call hashtag covering spammers, but we learned how to do it right. We learn skills. We have dove into trainings from 6- and 7-figure earners. We've implemented what we've learned. We do the ILT, Invest, Learn, Teach. So all of our Facebook Lives, you guys, and everything, even this webinar, is because we've invested, we learned, and now we are teaching what we have learned and invested in. And we want to cut your learning curve so it doesn't take you years of struggling like it did for us. So we have put together a March Madness Bootcamp specifically designed for those of you who are building a home-based business. What you get with this March Madness Bootcamp is the private Facebook support group, weekly trainings on attraction marketing, branding, social media, prospecting, content creation, and more. You're going to get 4 weeks of our brain power put together. That's really just going to make your business more successful. There we go. There are 3 ways to be part of our March Madness Bootcamp. One, if you're on our team tree or in our MLM underneath us, Now, here's the thing. If you guys are on this webinar right now, chances are it's because you are happy in your MLM company and you are looking to grow that business. So this option is probably not a fit for you. But if you are not happy and you keep your options open and you're looking for an opportunity, we would be happy to share with you our MLM company. But the other ways are if you are a personally sponsored affiliate in our affiliate marketing program. So we use a very specific program that tells us all of this information that we get these 6- and 7-figure trainings from. And this is a really good option for those of you who are familiar with attraction marketing, that are doing, okay, maybe want to step it up a little bit and really become a big authority and just really work your business. This would be a really good option for you. The third way is to be a personal coaching client of ours. So Kim and I work together and we coach people one-on-one. If this information in the webinar is completely new to you, then this would be the best option for you, because it's not so overwhelming with information, since if this is so new to you. And what this is, it's $39.95 a month. You get one-on-one Zoom calls a month with Kim or I, and it's customized to you. We go through your profile. We really help you structure things. We have a very intimate support group. We do trainings, and you get accountability. If you want to register as a coaching client, you can just head over to leadershiptrainingacademyinc.com. Now, if you're interested in the affiliate program, then whoever you registered this webinar through, either myself or Kim, just send one of us a message and we can talk details and see if that would be a good fit for you. And same with the MLM company. But chances are you're probably not interested in the MLM company if you're on this webinar, and we do not try to talk people out of their MLM if they are happy. So with that said, do you guys have any questions or answers? We can hop into the Q&A right now. Are you going to talk about a call to action? No, but I can go over that briefly. What do you want to know about it? You should be having a call to action at the end. If you are trying to promote a product without saying the product name or saying the company name, without posting your link, then you should have a call to action saying, like, message me for more information, or contact me with your biggest skincare issue, or comment below to learn more information. Is that what you mean? What other questions do you guys have? We have about 6 minutes left before this kicks me off.
This is so much easier than spamming people. And I love it, because if you guys do post something like that, or you're doing a Facebook Live, I just want you to know that those people who are liking or loving or putting any type of emotion or feedback to your post, those are people who are basically raising their hand and saying, hey, I like what you have. I like what you're saying. That gives you permission to open up a conversation with that person and just say, hey, thank you so much for liking my post. What'd you like about it? And now you're having an offline conversation that helps you build and develop rapport with that person. And you know what? Maybe you're not talking about business in the first or second or third interaction, but you're a professional friend maker, and that's what you're going out there to do. Julia said, people join and buy from people that they like, know, and trust. And that's what you're doing. You're building that foundation.
Yep, exactly.
All right, guys. Any more questions?
Marilee, with the call to action, we are actually going to dive pretty deep into that in the March Madness Bootcamp. But you can also message me with any specific questions you have about that if I didn't already answer them.
Awesome. Well, I cannot thank you guys enough for joining us. I really hope that you guys got value out of tonight's session. Leave us some feedback. Julia, we're going to do this again on February 21st, right?
I think that's what it is.
February 21st at 8:30. So if you guys have some team members, cross members, if you want to join again, we wanted to offer this twice in the month of February because the year is still young and people are joining new companies and getting out there. And we really want you to have an epic 2017 and just approach this year the right way and be the most successful year that you guys have ever had. So look for our topics on the 221 course. And if you know someone, just send them this way and they'll learn exactly what you guys learned tonight.
Yes.
Awesome. Awesome. Julia, you want to add anything before I stop the recording and we'll end the meeting?
I don't think so. I hope you guys got some value from this. Sharon, we can send you the recording, right? We're gonna be able to link it and send it to people.
Yep,
correct?
I'll have it in about 5 or 10 minutes for you.
So whoever you got this webinar through, registered through, just message them, and then we can give you the recording.
Awesome.
You're welcome. Glad
Thank you
got-
guys.
All right.